Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Babyface P. In the last video, we discussed parts and tooling that you would most likely need. Remember, learn to TIG weld. It's gonna come in handy in the future, don't worry. If you find enjoyment in gluing two pieces of metal together, which, how is that not? That's super cool. You'll find reasons to TIG weld. So pick up a machine and learn to TIG weld. It's time to start demilling. What we're gonna need to do is cut the old parts of the receiver off of the front section, cut the caulking tube free so we can get the caulking tube out as well. This should all come out as one. We're going to take the rear side off the old section of the rear, and that's pretty much it for demilling. It's pretty straightforward with this kit. If you get a kit without a barrel, or a barrel that's chopped or something like that, there might be more for you. So this is, with my kit, how it is. So I'm going to bring you guys in. We're going to start chopping up on this. Seeing if we can get these welds chopped off and pull this old receiver off. So come on in, let's get started. All right, let's chalk this thing up in here and see what we can do to start taking this receiver off. So you're going to want to be careful when you're working on this. Try not to cut your caulking tube. Other than the weld right here, you're going to obviously have to grind that weld out. Try not to cut your caulking tube. Try not to cut your trunnion. Be careful as you do that. But we are going to grind a little bit, see if we can get those welds off. We're going to have to cut down the side. I'm going to clean my hands off, take off all my jewelry. Cut down the side, see if we can start peeling this away, little by little. So get ready. And there we go. This just came off, finally. I do a little bit of tweaking. Make sure you save this. I believe, are gonna reuse the magazine catch when we go to put this back together. Plus, this is HK made in Germany, which is kind of cool. Okay, so next thing's up. Caulking tube's not quite done yet. We need to cut this weld across the caulking tube and those two little spots there where they welded. And we're gonna need to take this to the sander or the grinder. We'll just take a grinder to it real quick and grind these welds flat. And you can see I didn't do too much damage to the trunnion. It's not beautiful, it's not brand new, but it's not bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock these off on the grinder, and I'm gonna work on this next. See about getting this caulking tube done. And remember, this is all sheet steel, So you don't want to be squeezing any of this too hard in the vise. Be careful with it. So here's the caulking tube. You can see I made a slight boo-boo on this. When I went to remove the flap, it actually pulled the weld out of the caulking tube. So not a huge deal. We'll just end up, instead of doing welds on 6 and 9 o'clock, maybe we'll do a little bit lower. We'll just make sure, or we'll go forward or backwards of it so we don't hit that hole. On this side, you can see it's not too bad. We just need to remove the little bit of weld here with a grinder. And then we're gonna go along this seam here where all this weld is and clean that up with the cutoff disc. Just clean it so it's square and it will fit into the new receiver. But that's pretty much it for here. Let me get working on grinding those, everything flat. And then that's pretty much it for demilling. I'll show you guys the end result and we will call it for this one. All right, hold on. Gentlemen, here's what we got. It gives you over here. There we go. Here's what we got. Caulking tube, ground down. I ground a little bit further up this way. When we fit this together, there should be hopefully, a little bit of a gap here, which we will fill with weld. Actually looks good. Everything's good here. Trunnion and barrel, looks good. You can see where we ground off all the welds all the way around. And we didn't beat it up too bad. There were a little couple nicks where we cut into a tiny bit, but we didn't do a bad job. So that's it. Beyond that, all you have to do is find your rear piece and unscrew your rear sight. Comes right off. We're not going to reuse this rear base. If you don't buy one, if one doesn't come with your kit, then you're also going to need to cut these welds and reuse this. We're going to put a new one on the new kit. But that's it for this part of the project. This gun's pretty much demilled. So next up, what we're going to do is bend our flat. So stay tuned. Don't know how long it'll be until we get that video out, but stay tuned. It will be coming. I'm excited to get this done as well. So, all right, gents, I will catch you guys. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends that we're building an MP5 and share it out with the world. We're growing. We're almost to 10,000. Come on, you guys can help me push over the 10,000 mark. So, anyways, I will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.